everybody. We are going to finish up our chapter 10 on area with a couple of calculations that we are going to make, and they have to do with circles. So we get to use pi. All right, so I have a few things with me. So this is like my restaurant. But I have my lovely pie plate right here. And I'm just getting used to this online grocery shopping. This isn't what I thought I ordered. It's probably good, but it's not exactly what I wanted. But it works out in this lesson, so we're gonna use it. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. We are going to learn three things. We're going to learn the arc length. We are going to learn the area of a sector and the area of a segment of a circle. Okay, so here is my circle. Okay, lovely circular shaped pizza pie going in the pie plate. All right, so the pieces that we are going to calculate, we only need like one piece of the pie or one piece of the pizza. So I'm just going to cut myself a slice of this lovely Tuscan pizza crust. Okay, so I had already found the center of this. Okay, but I'm just gonna cut myself a slice here up to that center. Okay, and I'm gonna use my lovely little protractor. I just said lovely. Whoops. Okay, so I am going to, I would like to measure out 60 degrees. So 60 degrees. We're not gonna eat this, so it's okay that I am putting marker on this. So here we go. All right, so I am measuring out 60 degrees, and so I need to cut along this line right here. Okay, again, not gonna eat this, so it's okay that I'm drawing on this. All right, so now here is my slice. Pardon the trampoline going on in the background. Okay, here is my slice of pizza. Okay, so basically what we have now, okay, we have my pizza and we have my slice. Okay, and my slice is what we are going to look at today. Area of a sector, and if you think area of a sector is like the area of your piece of pie or your piece of pizza. Okay, so if you think about how you would calculate this is a fraction of the circle, so it's a fraction of the area. So I can just find a fraction of the area of the circle. So if you look here, you will see that we're finding the area of the sector, or the area of my piece of pie, and my piece of pie is right here, and it happened that the radius was 3 inches. Okay, and so what you do to find the area of a sector or of my whole piece of pie is you take, this is the formula, n over 360 times pi r squared. And this one isn't really one that you actually have to memorize, because it's very logical, okay? Because if you think about it, the n, that stands for the central angle, okay? So the central angle over 360, that means that it is basically the fraction of 360. So 60 over 360, that reduces to 1/6. So my piece of pie is 1/6 of the piece of pie, and this part is pi r squared, which is the area formula for the circle. So this is really logical. You don't have to memorize it. It's just the fraction of the pie times the area of the whole pie. Okay, so then I put 60 over 360 times pi times 3 squared. 3 is my radius. So 1/6 times pi times 9, or 9/6 pi which reduces to 3/2 pi or 1.5 pi. So if it said in terms of pi, I'd leave it as 1.5 pi. But then this is rounded to the nearest hundredth, approximately 4.71 square inches. So the area of my piece of pie is 4.71 inches squared approximately. And the area of a segment of a circle, that's basically just like the crust of the pie. Okay? Okay. So here is my crust of my pie. That is my segment. Okay, so we're gonna find the area of this. Okay, so again, we've got, this was my piece, and now I'm gonna take off this part. So to find the area of a segment, you take the area of a segment, you take the area of the sector, and you subtract this triangle. So I'm gonna show you now the area of the crust. All right, so first we found the area of the piece of pie, right? So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna find just the crust. So we're gonna take that area of the piece of pie and subtract off the triangle. All right, so down here. Okay, so now we're gonna go to this board right here. Okay. All right, now on this board, we're showing the whole piece of pie, and we're gonna subtract off that triangle. Okay, and that will give us just the crust. Okay, but what I found, so remember our radius is 3, and so we can take that triangle and split it into 2 right triangles. And it turns out really nicely because this one makes a special right triangle, a 30, 60, 90 triangle. So I'm going to use the 30, 60, 90 rule to figure this one out. Okay, you could use trig also, and that would work just fine. Okay, so we're going to work that through, and we find out that the area of the right triangle is going to be 1.5 times 1.5 times the square root of 3, which makes the whole triangle 3 times 1.5 times the square root of 3 divided by 2. Okay, so then we're going to take that number, which is approximately 3.9, and then we're going to take that number from our 4.71, right? That's what it was? Yep. And so then the area of my crust only is 0.81 inches squared. That's my crust. All right. Whew. The way that I like to teach arc length is that Wagners are pretty weird, and we like our pie. We like our pie, and our pie like apple pie, and our pizza pie. And so we are very competitive when it comes to getting our slices of pizza or pie. So we like to claim our slice of pizza or slice of pie. So we like to draw around the outside of the pie pan and show what piece. Okay, so this piece, this is my piece. Okay, so right there, I'm claiming my piece of pie. Okay, so I'm claiming my piece of pie. All right, so the arc length, that's just the length of this. So if you think about that, that's just a fraction of the circumference. Okay, so you can find the circumference, and then I will show you how to calculate this piece. But that is the arc length, okay? Hey guys, so that last one was a little bit of a challenge, so I decided that I would give myself a challenge and try to do that upside down, and that was definitely a challenge. But this one, the arc length, claiming your piece of pie, it's actually the easiest one, so just kind of showing you it's super easy enough for my dog to explain. So here we go, this is Sunny, and we're gonna find arc length. So again, we've got our pie, And this is going to be a fraction of the circumference of the circle, okay, because we're just drawing around the outside to claim our piece of pie. So it's the central angle, n over 360 times 2 pi r, which actually, again, you don't have to memorize this because it's logical. It's the fraction of the pi times the circumference, okay? Remember, times is of, so of the fraction of the circumference. Okay, so then if we put in our numbers, 60 times 360, or sorry, 60 over 360, which is 1/6, and then 2 times pi times 3. So 1/6 of 6 pi, which is 1 pi or pi, or approximately 3.14 inches. So again, easy, easy as pie. All right, and we're out. And finally, it's your turn. So after all of this is over and you're finally able to go to your favorite pizza place, you are going to order your favorite pizza, and your piece of pie is this one right here. Okay, it's a 12-inch diameter pizza, so the radius is 6 inches and your central angle is 90 degrees. Okay, so I would like you to find the area of the sector, or the piece of pie, the area of the segment, the crust, and the arc length. So claim your piece of pie. All right, and when you're done, I would like you to take a picture of your work and email it to me. All right, so that is your homework. And again, it's just as easy as pie.